there he is, my friend Mike Lawler. Congressman, first of all, your overall impressions of the interview. I mean, here it was weeks in the making, weeks of prep, and that was it. I just saw, by the way, it was 16 minutes, 47 seconds of her speaking. That's it.
Well, Rita, it was ridiculous. After over 30 days of not doing an interview, not answering questions from the press, of aides anonymously saying that she had reversed her position on numerous issues, only for her to say that her values haven't changed, which in my mind means that she still supports defunding the police, still supports cashless bail, still supports Medicare for all and the Green New Deal, still supports open borders and not criminalizing illegal border crossings. And then, of course, obviously banning fracking. She referred to the 2020 debate. Even CNN said that was a lie. All she said in the 2020 vice presidential debate was that Joe Biden would not ban fracking, that Joe Biden had not changed his position on that. She did not say that she shared Joe Biden's position with respect to fracking. And so at the end of the day, you look at the challenges facing this country, from the affordability crisis to the crisis at our southern border to the international crises, one after the next, from the Russian invasion of Ukraine, the terrorist attack on Israel, the threats from China. Kamala Harris owns this. And with 67 days to go, I think it's pretty clear that her policies are a problem, which is why they have done everything they can to desperately avoid talking about them.
Yeah, it's interesting because I use the phrase word salad because it was like she was spinning and spinning and spinning and not really saying anything of substance. She also had her running mate, Tim Walz, by her side. And I found that really interesting. It also just visually looked weird because he's this big, tall guy. And I thought, you know, he also was trying to defend, of course, his military record. There's a lot of questions there. But what did it say to you, Congressman, the fact that she did her first big interview, and here it is with her running mate by her side, taking up the airtime also as well?
Well, look, it's, not new for a presidential candidate and a vice presidential candidate to do a joint interview. But the fact is that she had not done an interview in over 30 days since becoming the de facto nominee, with Joe Biden dropping out. And so certainly she should have done a solo interview, and it should have been a lot more rigorous than 16 minutes. I mean, the fact is that we were told it was over 40 minutes. It was edited, and there wasn't a full transcript released. And given the fact that she had a word salad on the edited version of the interview, one can only imagine what she actually said in the parts that were left on the cutting room floor.
Yeah, exactly. You have to wonder. And boy, they did a lot of filler to try to fill the time. It wasn't live. Also, that was the other thing, too. There are so many questions about it. Before I let you go, also, Congressman, I want to shift gears to your great efforts to speak out against combating anti-Semitism. This past June, it was the first of its kind anti-Semitism bill that you co-authored, and it passed through the House on a bipartisan vote. Yet it is languishing right now on Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer's desk. What is Chuck Schumer afraid of? Why is it sitting there? Especially, we've got schools coming back now in the fall, and we've seen some more of these protests. I can't think of a more important time to pass what you have shepherded through.
Well, the Anti-Semitism Awareness Act passed 320 to 91, broad bipartisan support. And has broad bipartisan support in the Senate. Over 75 senators will vote for it. The only person standing in the way is Chuck Schumer. And what's laughable is that Chuck Schumer is in the process of writing a book about combating anti-Semitism, and yet refuses to do the one thing that will actually combat anti-Semitism on college campuses, and that's pass this bill and force the Department of Education to enforce Title VI of the 1964 Civil Rights Act. Chuck Schumer is a shanda, and in Yiddish, that means a disgrace. He is the highest-ranking Jewish official in American history and refuses to do anything to stand up for Jewish students on college campuses. He has yet to visit Columbia. It's pathetic. It's embarrassing. And Chuck Schumer should be ashamed of himself.